Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ann Scarberry, and today I'll be sharing with you 10 of my favorite snacks to serve for the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie, this was hard to narrow down to just 10 snacks because we like our snacks in this house. I tried to include plenty on this list that can be made ahead of time. If you've been around here for very long, you know that I like anything I can do ahead and I can just pull out of the fridge and throw in the oven. That is my favorite type of cooking here. So some of this is make ahead and ready to go, and some of it just needs assembled right before your guests arrive. I'm going to start with the buffalo chicken dip. You do need to cook your chicken for this, so that's one of the first things I do when I have a long list of prep to do. I like to cook my meats if I need to ahead of time, so I just boiled my chicken breasts right here, and it just boils for about 15 minutes on the stove top. And while that's boiling, I'll shred my cheese. I do normally just buy blocks of cheese and shred it. To me, it just tastes so much better. You can totally use shredded cheddar if you'd like. If you have a stand mixer, this is one of the best tips I can share with you. Just put on the beater attachment and put your cooked chicken in there and shred that. That takes about a minute, and it is so much easier than trying to shred your chicken with 2 forks. And since this chicken is still warm, it's shredded nice and fast, I'm going to add the ranch, the hot sauce, and the cheddar cheese right here, and it melts pretty fast, and I give it all a quick mix. Oh yeah, I added cream cheese as well. I forgot about that. So since it's still warm, it melts nice and quick. I like to put this in an oven-safe baking dish, give it a quick little spray with some olive oil, and then it's good to go. Just pour it into a prepared dish and put some plastic wrap over it, and it can sit in the fridge for a day or so. And then when you're ready to serve it, just put it in the oven and heat it through. Everything's already cooked in here. It just needs to heat up and get those cheeses melted. Next up is our pigs in a blanket, and I use the frozen puff pastry dough. And it's easier to work with this if you let it set on the counter for about 20 minutes, and then roll it out on a little bit of flour, and then slice it up like I am, just using a knife. You can make this recipe a day ahead. It stores great in the fridge. I'll bake them off right now and then let them cool completely, then set them in a glass container with a lid, and just right before your company comes over, just heat them up in the oven. To get a nice brown color on these when they bake, I'm going to beat up an egg and then just brush it over the tops. And then to give it a little bit of extra whatever, I did put some crunchy salt on top. That is completely optional, but it kind of gives it a little bit of a pretzel taste, and it looks real pretty. While those bake in the oven, I'm going to put together some quick honey mustard sauce. It is super simple to put together, and I will put the directions in the description below so you can whip this up. There's no reason to buy any. This is super simple, and you probably have everything in your refrigerator to put it together. Up next are your Old Faithful sausage balls. Again, I'm going to shred 1 block of cheddar cheese, And then I'm just gonna put 3/4 of a cup of biscuit mix. Bisquick is normally what is used in this recipe, but this is what I had in the pantry, so I'm using it. And then 1 pound of breakfast sausage, and then I mix it together with my stand mixer. And then I'll use a cookie scoop to make sure that I measure them out about the same size so they bake evenly in the oven. This recipe can be baked right now and then set in the fridge, or you can put them in the fridge raw and then bake them the day of. Moving right along to jalapeno poppers. And I didn't show you this, but clean out the seeds and the middle pulp of your jalapenos because that is where the heat is. And I do not like spicy foods, but I love jalapenos. I know that's so crazy, but if the seeds are out, then I'll eat it. It's, I think, very good. So clean out your peppers, and I don't really have a measurement for these. This is 5 peppers, so I end up with 10 poppers. Boy, it's hard to say. But I cleaned them out, and I used a block of cream cheese. So 1 block filled 10 poppers. And then cut your bacon in half, and then just wrap your peppers in half a slice of bacon. And then you bake these in a hot oven, 425 degrees, for about 15 minutes, and then drizzle with your favorite barbecue sauce, and then put them back in for 10 minutes, and they're finished. Dan likes these on an appetizer table. They're just salami with cream cheese, and I cut off the ends of a green onion and then just lay it kind of in the middle there and fold it over once, and that's just the quickest appetizer. I don't eat these, but a lot of people like them. Moving along with this fruit dip, I'm going to use strawberries because they are in season here right now and they're so good. This fruit dip is so simple. It's just cream cheese, a jar of marshmallow cream, and about a 1/4 cup of corn syrup, and mix it all together and put it in a little bowl. You can serve it with strawberries, pineapple, apples are good, or you could use graham crackers if you don't want to try to be healthy. You could just do cookies, but it is pretty good. I got this tray. It's a built-in bowl from my daughter-in-law. I love it. It's from Crate & Barrel. I'm going to share another sweet dip for the table, and it's pretty simple. Again, it's cream cheese, a stick of butter, 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a bag of these Heath toffee bits. Just give it all a mix in the mixer, and then it's ready to go. I served it with these Lotus cookies. You could do sugar, cinnamon sugar graham crackers. Those are good. Animal crackers are fine. Any kind of sweet cracker or cookie. But it makes a lot of dip, and I promise it'll all be eaten. I ended up adding some graham crackers to this platter because there was so much dip. And as you can tell, I don't like this at all. Okay, I might have saved the best recipe for last. This was really, really good. And I'm going to tell you I made it 2 ways since this video, and it's really good. So start by browning 1 pound of ground beef, and then a half of a yellow onion sliced. I didn't dice it, I just sliced it. And then a red pepper, and I put that all in one skillet and then cook it all until the peppers are soft. And then I added a block of cream cheese. You see where we're going with this. This is like a Philly cheesesteak type sandwich. And then I added some of these jarred salad peppers, just a couple tablespoons full. It really added a lot of flavor to the meat mixture, that juice that's falling in. It was really, really good. So I just cook it all together until that cheese is nice and melted. And then I pour it over a sheet of Hawaiian sliders. And I did it this way, and I also did it later with the leftover filling. I put them in a tortilla shell and I rolled them up and then just heated them in the oven. And they were very good that way. So if you want to not do the bread and do tortilla shells, that is delicious as well. Here's our sliders as they've come out of the oven with that melty cheese, and the bread is nice and warm. Again, they're very good in a tortilla shell rolled up. I'm not going to share that pretzel recipe. I wasn't impressed by it, so I'm just going to leave it out of our lineup here. Definitely including this cookie dip. I love it so much. Oh my goodness. And the fruit dip, a classic. Let me know in the comments what you add to your Super Bowl spread. I'm curious what you guys make, because this is pretty commonplace in our house. There's a few more things I didn't add just because of time. But let me know what you guys do. Or if there's anything that I've shared today that you're going to add to your Super Bowl lineup this year. If you've made it this far, thank you so very much for watching these. And if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, please hit like and maybe leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video.